Preparing for presentations. Are some people born with the ability to speak well and captivate an audience? It sure seems that way when you're wowed by a speaker or inspired to act by a thought-provoking presentation, but that's far from the truth. Chris Anderson, curator of TED Talks, who helps speakers frame their stories, says, "Many of our best and most popular TED Talks have been memorized word for word. It's just a matter of rehearsing enough times that the flow of words becomes second nature. Then you can focus on delivering the talk with meaning and authenticity." There are several aspects to consider when preparing a presentation: deciding your purpose, framing your story in a compelling structure, and delivering it with a captivating presence. All these factors affect your delivery and outcome. Showing vulnerabilities like nervousness and shyness, without dramatizing them, can actually help engage your audience. Revisit the units on nervousness and storytelling. They complement this unit. 4 main areas of competence. A speaker is judged as competent in 4 main areas, which can be thought of as criteria for effective speaking. 2 of these criteria relate to content, and 2 relate to delivery. 1. Determining your objective. Whether you select the topic yourself or it is assigned to you, there will always be an objective you aim to achieve through your presentation. If there's nothing to gain, you wouldn't bother giving the presentation. So, it's essential to have clarity about your motive. Ask yourself these questions. Why am I speaking? What do I want to achieve? When I achieve this, what will it do for me? What is the purpose of this speech? The answers to these questions will shape your presentation, as it must be designed to achieve your objectives and deliver the desired outcomes. Depending on your objective, decide on your approach. Are you aiming to inform, entertain, or persuade the audience? For example, imagine you're asked to give a talk at a gardening club. You're told that the purpose of the talk is to fill a regular meeting slot and that the members have expressed an interest in learning more about pruning. Based on this, you know your talk needs to be entertaining, fairly light but knowledgeable, and it should teach the audience something new. Your objective will bring clarity to your central idea. If you don't have a strong idea worth sharing, it's better not to speak at all. 2. Preparing with time and audience in mind. AA. Time constraints. If a speech runs over time, the audience may get bored and lose interest. If a speech is too short, the audience may leave confused, and your point may be lost. Aim for 5 to 7 minutes for a short speech and 20 to 45 minutes for a slide presentation, leaving 5 to 15 minutes for questions. B. Time of day. You may not have control over when your presentation is scheduled, but the time of day affects how you should organize your talk. Consider the likely energy and engagement level of your audience. C. The audience. Before preparing your material, consider your perspective.c. The audience. Size. How large is the group? Age. A talk for retired people will differ from one aimed at teenagers. Gender. Will the audience be predominantly male or female? Interest. Is it a captive audience, or are they attending voluntarily? Knowledge. Are they familiar with your subject, or will it be new to them? Context. Is the topic part of their work, or is it unrelated? These factors influence your tone, content, and approach. E. Attention span. Research shows that audience attention is highest at the beginning of a speech, dips during the middle, and increases again toward the end when they know the talk is concluding. Avoid overloading your speech with too many ideas. Instead, focus on 1 or 2 key points that your audience can remember. 3. Organizing your speech. A well-organized speech is easy to follow and understand. Poor sequencing can cause your presentation to fall flat. Chris Anderson suggests, if you frame the talk as a journey, the biggest decisions are figuring out where to start and where to end. To find the right place to start, consider what people in the audience already know about your subject and how much they care about it. If you assume they have more knowledge or interest than they do, or if you start using jargon or get too technical, you'll lose them. The most engaging speakers quickly introduce the topic, explain why they care so deeply about it, and convince the audience members that they should too.
Use the INTRO model to structure your speech effectively. Delivering a great presentation is about connecting with your audience and guiding them through your ideas. The INTRO model is a simple and effective way to structure your speech and make sure it lands well. Following any model, your delivery should have a clear structure: introduction, body, conclusion, and transitions, binding these cohesively.